Hello students, let's begin with a chapter of civics, that is urban livelihoods. As you can see, you might be wondering over here that this beautiful place might have seen somewhere, right? Yes, this beautiful place is our Ahmedabad, where we are living, okay? But why I have taken the image of this? Any idea? I have taken an image of our beautiful Ahmedabad as we live in an urban area, an urban city, okay, which has lots and lots of work, and along with that, we are not having that simple life the way the rural people lives. So let us understand how an urban life works. A beautiful entrance of the office. Our parents, our elders do visit office. Our parents, especially moms, grandmother, they visit marketplaces, right? So that is what a urban life is. Early morning visit to a market, bringing vegetables, but how does they get all this thing? All this thing, especially vegetables and most of the factories as well, they get their materials, vegetables from the rural areas where farming, in earlier chapter I had told you about farming, how the farming is being carried out, okay. So as there is lots of space in the rural areas, the urban people sells out the things which are being made in the rural areas. And that is why you can see the markets with lots of varieties of vegetables and fruits. There are different sorts of markets as well. Vegetable market, then cloth market. So all this cloth and everything comes from where? It depends. In many of the places, such as Ahmedabad is a cloth market, then Surat is a cloth market, Mumbai especially for clothing, vegetables from the places where rural areas are there. So such markets are available for which they don't need to grow things or to produce things by themselves like rural areas. In a survey of Ahmedabad city, it was found that 12% of all the workers in the city were people working on the street, sometimes selling things or repair them or provide services. So you might have seen people working especially on the footpaths also, and also during the afternoon times you can see there are street hawkers who sell many of the things. They come to door, and the same thing doesn't happen in the rural areas. They especially need to go far or far away in the city, and they can only buy the things over there. Supermarkets. Nowadays we are very much fond of supermarkets. Going for a shopping, so it has to be a supermarket. We have many supermarkets, very branded supermarkets are there, which helps us with the discounts and also with the electronic amount system. These supermarkets are in a trend nowadays, which is helping urban cities to develop more. Here at one step you find out all the things available, and that is why urban people are liking to visit to a supermarket rather than going to a market. Now we'll talk about the factories, how the factories work. Yes, factories do work it's not that they only work in a rural areas, but also far away from the urban areas. Suppose you are living in Ahmedabad, but near Ahmedabad as well, a bit at the border side, we do have such factories, and these factories are cloth factory, then threading work, then metal work. Many things are on basis of this. Now we are talking about the offices, how the office life is. Once the person is working in a factory, those people are taking raw material and they make a product. Then that product is being sold out either by the street hawkers or by the offices. It depends on the product. So if the product is high or in a very big quantity, then it can be sold on the street as well. But if the product is something virtual, for which you need to visit office or you need to go to a shop, that is why there are different kinds of offices there. They deal to our daily basis life also, especially our IT sectors. They have big offices in the urban cities where all the facilities are being given to an employee. Employee works there with all the facilities and they get paid for it. So this is how the structure works. The raw material is been given from the factories, which comes to the offices, and this office people, they sell it to the customers, and when the customer pay them, from that money they get the payment, and that is how the urban life works. So I hope you have understood about the urban life, how the people in the urban life live. They are very fast, they keep them updated with all the facilities, and also they work hard to achieve their dream goals. They are not simple as the rural people. Thank you.